All right, we got a session update that just released, version 1.0.6.23, and it's a bit of an exciting one because one of the most annoying bugs has been fixed. Most of you, if not all of you, know about this infamous bounce glitch. It has ruined so many tricks and so many lines. But in this update, that is a thing of the past. It just does not happen. Even with board control extra pitch being set to max, the bounce glitch still won't happen even if it's like really pitched. However, it does say in the dev blog that this issue has
I thought skating was so cool too in 3rd grade. Then again, I had the brain of a 3rd grader.
Thanks for interrupting, dude. It does mention in the dev blog that this has been drastically reduced and will never fully be gone. Let's get a line with this new fix and try to do tricks that are like most common for the bounce to happen. Like a 3 flip, your nose slide and just pop out. Bounce there. You flip into the bank. Back lip maybe, I don't know. So I tried to rocket that heel flip, so I landed like mostly on the back. It didn't bounce. This half cab flip though, that was like, bounce would have happened. So you may have noticed something new earlier in the video. Let's rewind a little bit. Even with board control extra pitch being set to max, actually, now that I'm here, I might as well mention that this update added number values next to all the sliders. This is going to make it a lot easier for you to remember what your settings are instead of, having to count how many notches from 0 you have it set. It'll also make it easier for you to share your settings so you can just show the number value instead. So the values in advanced settings are going to be out of 20, but if you go anywhere else in the options, let's go to camera, you're going to notice that they are out of 100 with increments of 5. Anyways, as I was saying, the bounce glitch still won't happen even if it's like really pitched. Pretty cool, right? So there's some news in the dev blog that I was gonna make a completely different video on, but I'm making the decision to tell you guys right now. Why not? I don't want to make a whole new video. You chill there, I will tell the people. So the transition to Unreal Engine 5, in the dev blog, it says that has officially been dropped. I'll give you a second to let that sink in a little bit. I know like that was kind of a big announcement, but I mean, things happen. So in the dev blog, it states, after in-depth study on stability and feasibility, the investment required to get our physics and core gameplay integrated with the change to the physics engine is too high. There is also no guarantee that we will be able to match or improve core gameplay beyond what can be achieved in our current engine.
The other guard slipped off one into a full split. Funny as hell, but not cool.
I hope he's okay, but stop interrupting, please. Can be achieved in our current engine version. We have instead vouched for more focused approach to the core skate experience, starting with addressing the more general bugs for the majority of the player base. So there we have it, an official statement that session will remain on Unreal Engine 4. Now, I do have some good news, but I'll tell you a little bit later. Because, I want you to watch the rest of the video, right? Gotta be a YouTuber at some point. I need a kinked rail for this next one, because the next thing we're going to talk about is the auto bump that has been removed. I mean, this is an okay kinked rail, but it's not what I'm looking for. So for those that don't know what the auto bump was, if you went off a ledge while in manual, your character mid-air would suck up the board and it would look very unnatural instead of just dropping down. Same with going off kinks. As soon as you flew off that kink, your board would like be sucked up. I don't know why I went to the kinked rails first, because it's not a direct fix for the kinked rails. It's specifically for like going off edges. It just happens to assist with the fix for kinked rails. Let me just put down a manual pad quickly and I'll show you what it fixed. So we're going, and then it drops down instead of bringing the board back up about right here. Gravity. So that's what the auto bump fixed. Now, it happened to also assist with kinked rails. Now, this is the most harsh kinked rail in the whole game, I think. Usually you would like go kind of flying off of it and you would like bump up and go further than you really should. Speed and steepness of the kink play a factor, but I'm gonna try to get this crook. There we go. It just makes it so much better dealing with like kinks and stuff, but it's not like the intended fix for it. So yeah, you can still fly off the kinks. Like, it's not a complete solution, but look at that. Like, I'm not flying off so far. It's kind of reasonable. So that's all the gameplay fixes for this update. Now we're moving on to Paris, because Paris DLC map got quite a few bug fixes. Since we're here, let's start with the wax texture on this ledge. It's been shifted back over. Moving over here, there used to be a metal grate that was kind of sunk into the ground. Not supposed to be there, but like if you rolled over it, still made the metal sound. That's been fixed. Next up, the doors on top of the handicap ramp. So yeah, there's doors now. Take the camera all the way over here. There we go. We got a door there and a door there. So now it makes a little bit more sense to have the ramps there. Although I found this kind of funny, but like a door being right there on the inside, it doesn't really help them. So they get up, they open the door, and they got to drop down. Pretty handicap accessible right here as it is. Honestly, I have seen instances like this in downtown Ottawa where it's like the handicap area makes no sense whatsoever. Oh man, instead of going all the way back for my character, I might as well just keep going as the camera person, because there's another fix right about here. These walls right here had gaps in them. They no longer have gaps. There's no missing things here. Okay, now I'll go back to you because it's faster, because the next one is right over here. The missing textures next to the stairs. There's texture fixed. Going on up to this plaza right here. The collision for these ledges have been fixed. So before, you used to like be able to slide like in the air. Oh, well, I mean, that kind of shows my point anyways. Even though this was a very bad example, the wheel still fell off exactly where it should have. So the collisions are now set properly for all of these ledges. And same with this side. You used to be able to like grind in the air. Now you can just grind on the ledge like normal. It's fixed. I'll go to one of the smallest ones that was fixed before I go to the two big ones that were fixed. This bike right here was clipping into the wall before, just the wheel. Doesn't anymore. Over in this little plaza, there was some clipping in the grass. If you walk through here, like you would go through the dirt, you no longer do that. This curved ledge had the collision set like under the texture. So when you did a nose slide or something, it was very obvious that it wasn't set properly. Let's go for a nose slide. This is a tricky ledge to nose slide, especially with low grind alignment, but the point is right here. There we go. You're not sinking into the ledge anymore. This death hole is no longer here. Death hole has been patched. No more going down, down, down. I said I had some good news for you guys earlier, and then I was gonna say it a little bit later in the video. Well, I'm gonna say it right now. At the end of the dev blog, it states, following this release with the bounce bug and ghost pop fix, we will be proceeding with the integration of animation mirroring, or bringing true Goofy to session while still working on fun and engaging maps and content. True Goofy stance is going to be integrated. You heard it here, maybe second. I don't know. If you read the dev blog first, then you didn't hear it here first. Now, for those that don't know, if you set your character to Goofy stance, you're not actually setting in Goofy stance. You're actually using, oh yeah, I can't revert on ground unless I do that. You're actually using regular's switch stance. So while it may not look terrible, it is kind of noticeable that it is like a switch stance. Like it does give off that little bit of like different feel. So yeah, what they have to do is they have to mirror all the tricks, like all the animations for regular stance to be Goofy stance. See, I told you there was some good news coming. So that is everything that is fixed in the Paris DLC. Speaking of DLC maps, the new Prague DLC also released alongside this update. So if you want to see everything that is in this DLC pack, check this video out right here, and I will catch you there.